Cause my homie ain't smiled in 10 years, man.
A lot of wounds are being closed and aided at this point. And the wounds are being nurtured as well and closed up for good, you know? So I think for me, this is my chapter of healing.
Iman Shumpert is struggling to cope with Teyana Taylor moving on with actor Aaron Pierre. Ever since the couple went public, Hollywood's newest pair has been driving Iman crazy, and not in a good way. If you missed the drama surrounding Iman and Teyana's breakup in 2023, here's a quick recap. It was nothing short of a disaster. Their divorce turned ugly fast. Iman played dirty, attempting to take full custody of their children, while also demanding back the gifts he had given her over the years. To make matters worse, his infidelity was exposed, with multiple women coming forward, so many that it became nearly impossible to keep track. Meanwhile, Teyana has risen above the chaos, thriving in her personal and professional life, and proudly showing off her new relationship with Aaron Pierre. But instead of moving on, Iman has grown increasingly bitter. Rumor has it he's once again trying to pursue custody of their kids, not out of genuine concern for their well-being, but as a way to hurt Teyana and get back at her. What was once a marriage filled with love has now devolved into nothing more than a messy, public feud.
Alright, so. Hey, pick y'all baby mama wisely, cause my homie ain't smiled in 10 years, man.
Teyana Taylor officially filed for divorce in 2023, and at first, she tried to keep things dignified. She presented the split as if she and Iman Shumpert had simply grown apart. But that facade didn't last long. The moment their case entered the courtroom, everything exploded. Every shady move imaginable surfaced, and nearly all of it pointed straight at Iman. His first petty tactic? Asking the court to force Teyana to return every single gift he had given her over the course of their 10-year relationship, including expensive jewelry and even an entire condo he had bought her. Talk about next-level petty. But that wasn't enough for him. Iman decided to push further by demanding royalties from Teyana's music projects, even ones she had released before they were ever together. Divorce settlements usually focus only on assets earned during the marriage, but Iman wanted a cut of money she had made long before he was in the picture. It gave off some serious broke energy, and just when it seemed like things couldn't get worse, Iman returned to court attempting to lower his child support payments. He was already paying $8,000 a month, $4,000 for each of their daughters, Rue and Junie, which for a celebrity is a relatively modest amount. Yet he still had the nerve to argue that the figure was too high. Thankfully, Teyana and her legal team came prepared. They presented receipts proving that while Iman claimed he was broke, he was actually spending more than $88,000 per month on himself without blinking an eye. In court, Iman argued that Teyana was the one making more money, claiming she earned $47,000 a month compared to his supposed $8,800. He insisted that paying $8,800 in child support was excessive, but Teyana's lawyers flipped the script, exposing his outrageous spending habits, like dropping $10,500 every single month just on lunches, and another $19,000 on commuting between South Atlanta and Alpharetta for work. That's not a commute, that's a luxury lifestyle. The revelations didn't stop there. Teyana accused Iman of disrespecting her on a deeper level, especially during her pregnancies. She claimed not only was he unfaithful, but he also crossed a shocking line by allegedly sending photos of himself holding their 2-month-old baby to women she suspected he was involved with. Absolutely wild. Iman tried to fight back by claiming Teyana had been unfaithful too, but she shut that down immediately. She refused to let him twist the truth, especially when his own cheating scandals had already become practically public knowledge. At this point, it was no secret that infidelity had become Iman's second job. Things spiraled even further when rumors surfaced about Teyana and Iman engaging in a 3-way relationship with another woman. Given Teyana's past openness about occasionally inviting someone else into their relationship, the revelation wasn't entirely shocking, but it definitely fueled public conversations and added yet another layer of chaos to an already messy divorce.
Even just when everybody heard that, like, me and my husband had threesomes before, it was like, oh, she's willing to do that to keep a man. I'm like,
nah.
The internet, however, took things way too far. After Teyana briefly stepped away from social media, people went wild with speculation, spinning out-of-control theories about her marriage. Some even claimed she had disappeared because the alleged three-way relationship with Iman had gone too far. But Teyana wasn't having it. She quickly returned online and shut the rumors down cold, posting, "I've never seen or touched that girl in my life." With that statement, she made it clear that fans were way too invested in her personal life and had completely twisted the story. But the cheating rumors wouldn't stop. At one point, it almost seemed as though Teyana had become the side chick in her own marriage, while Iman was busy entertaining half of Atlanta like it was his full-time job. Then, in 2023, the drama hit a whole new level when a TikTok user stirred the pot by acting out a dramatic scenario she claimed came straight from one of Teyana's assistants. The viral video didn't drop names, but the story was explosive. It described a famous singer whose husband, an ex-NBA player and notorious cheater, had broken her heart so badly with his infidelity that she allegedly ended up in the hospital from sheer heartbreak. It didn't take long for the internet to play detective. The comments section lit up with speculation, and the dots were connected almost instantly. Fans zeroed in on one couple, Teyana Taylor and Iman Shumpert.
Like, my healing
what I liked about it most is I could take my shoes
chapter,
off. I was really excited about that.
a lot of
And then,
wounds
like,
are
I could then really enjoy
being
my nerves
closed and aided at
this
point, and the wounds are being nurtured as well and closed up for good, you know. So I think for me, this is my chapter of healing.
The TikToker took things a step further by adding an explosive twist, alleging that the real reason this unidentified woman ended up hospitalized was because she had partied too hard, reportedly overdosing on nose candy, which forced her to cancel a scheduled performance. While the TikToker never mentioned Teyana or Iman by name, fans didn't need much to connect the dots. Just months before that video surfaced, Teyana had shared a photo of herself from a hospital bed, telling fans she had been forced to cancel a show. In her message, she explained that after giving her all on stage for weeks, her body finally gave out and shut down, leaving her unable to perform. She admitted she was heartbroken, revealing that she and her team had tried everything up to the last second, but ultimately her body betrayed her. Exhaustion isn't unusual for artists, especially while on tour, so fans initially accepted Teyana's explanation without question. But once the TikTok video gained traction, doubt spread like wildfire. Suddenly, people began to speculate that Teyana's collapse wasn't about exhaustion at all, that it might have been the result of stress caused by Iman's alleged infidelity. Teyana, however, didn't stay silent. She fired back hard on Instagram, calling the entire situation ridiculous. She blasted the anonymous person who submitted the story as a fool and labeled the TikToker who acted it out just as foolish, warning both of them to get their court money ready. Teyana demanded proof and receipts, making it crystal clear that no one could ever pressure her into overdosing. She even went so far as to say she would deal with Iman herself before ever allowing anyone to push her to such an extreme. Now, to be fair, no one is claiming Teyana was flawless or that she never made mistakes. But one thing people universally acknowledge is how fiercely she protected Iman, their relationship, and their children. She was always ready to shut down gossip, defend him publicly, and keep their private battles behind closed doors.
I think that's the mix-up. You know what I'm saying? People hear it and think that is like a thing where it's like every day we just take him down. Like that's not that. It just be those times where like we just like if we on vacation, like our anniversary, like you know what I'm saying?
No matter how hard Teyana tried to keep her personal life private, the drama just wouldn't stop exploding in her face. Last year, another woman stepped forward and she didn't hold back. She dropped a video where Iman's voice was crystal clear, unmistakable, leaving absolutely no room for doubt. But that wasn't all. She took it further, posting a photo of herself confidently rocking Iman's personal chain around her neck, making it painfully obvious they were more than just friends behind Teyana's back. Even with undeniable receipts, Teyana still jumped to Iman's defense. She made a public post explaining, "I'm only sharing this because the narratives are getting out of hand, and it's unfair to everyone involved. I hope this clears things up for y'all." Despite that, Iman couldn't talk his way out of the situation. Instead of owning up, he tried flipping the script, painting Teyana as the aggressor. He accused her of lashing out physically whenever she was angry, even spinning an alleged story where he was just playing PlayStation with headphones on when she supposedly started hitting him. The nerve! Teyana, however, wasn't about to let that narrative slide. She clapped back, accusing Iman of being jealous of her success and insecure about not being good enough, even though he was making NBA money that far outweighed her music checks. According to her, his envy over her spotlight created unnecessary fights, sometimes even on her birthday, only for him to apologize after the damage was already done. Eventually, Teyana opened up about the sacrifices she made just to keep peace in the house. She revealed she deliberately scaled back her career to stabilize the family, hoping it would calm his insecurities. But that decision came at a heavy price. With fewer projects, her income dipped, and that's when Iman had the audacity to criticize her for not pulling her weight. Imagine scaling back your entire career for the sake of peace, only to be dragged for not making enough money. It was truly a no-win situation. At one point, Teyana even secretly filed for divorce. But when Iman begged her to reconcile, she gave him another chance. Of course, the moment she agreed, the same old cycle repeated. Iman slipped right back into his patterns, inconsistent, lazy, and once again unfaithful. His NBA career was dwindling, his insecurities were growing, and his behavior only got worse. In court documents, Teyana later revealed just how chaotic things had become, describing how Iman constantly stirred drama, made her life miserable, and left her humiliated. Eventually, she had enough. She officially filed for divorce, realizing that nothing was going to improve. From there, the split played out exactly how you'd expect: messy. Iman was spotted with different women, none of whom seemed serious. Meanwhile, Teyana made a major upgrade. She stepped out publicly with actor Aaron Pierre, and the two weren't shy about showing the world they were Hollywood's newest power couple. First, they attended the 15% pledge event together, and just days later, they popped up side by side at another high-profile event. Forget being discreet. Teyana and Aaron were flaunting their love like it was a full-on red carpet premiere. And then came that hug. You know the one. The hug that had the internet buzzing. It wasn't casual. It wasn't friendly. It was a full embrace, dripping with chemistry and love. If anyone still had doubts about whether they were official, that hug made everything crystal clear. Fans loved it, showering Teyana and Aaron with praise. But of course her salty ex, Iman, couldn't handle it. Word is, he's so jealous that he's been plotting to take the kids away, not because he's suddenly a hands-on dad, but out of pure spite. And let's be real. That's wild, especially given Teyana's own claims that Iman was an absentee father. She's publicly accused him of being careless and irresponsible with their daughters. One of the most shocking allegations? That Iman once had their two young girls, both under 8 years old, dropped off alone at the United Center in a city they didn't know, while he enjoyed the comfort of a private driver. Can you imagine? Leaving two little kids at an arena with no one to watch over them? That's beyond irresponsible. It's downright reckless. No wonder Teyana called him out for being absent. And no wonder fans are standing behind her as she moves forward. Despite all the chaos, all the heartbreak, and all the messy court battles, one thing is clear. People are fully invested in Teyana and Aaron's love story. The question now is, are we witnessing a real, lasting romance, or are bitter voices just too jealous to see her happy? So tell me, what do you think? Is Aaron the glow-up Teyana deserved all along? Or is Iman's jealousy going to make things messier than ever? Drop your thoughts in the comments, hit that like button if you're rooting for Teyana to win, and don't forget to subscribe, because trust me, this drama is far from over.